那翻译成阿宾。Thames.
It's licensed by the Maritime Coast Guard Agency. We're fully equipped on board with life-saving firefighting equipment, which crew are trained to use of, and we carry out regular drills on board as well. We're in communication with every single boat on this river, as well as support local authority, and we've all got licenses that allow us to be out here. You're in safe hands. So if this has a large, there's a bar downstairs, alright, that will calm your nerves. Toilets, they're at the back of the boat on the lower deck. You're very well stairs, so we would close them off on the top deck. Right, now, so we're heading upriver, so Westminster is our next stop. On your left-hand side, we're going to pass this warship to your left. This is HMS Belfast. The heart of the warship yard, Belfast, Northern Ireland. She has 6 guns on the foredeck, 6 guns on the aft deck. We're just about to pass the yard deck. Skyscraper, the Shard, standing at just over 1,000. Train station. Well, we're about to go under London Bridge itself, so the next bridge is going to be Old London Bridge. It was built here in the 12th century, the old Millennium Bridge. Apparently that one hasn't fallen down. But if you don't believe me, as I said, a lot of people think Tower Bridge is one of it. If you don't believe me, then
That's for the main Golden Gate Bridge.
it's intact. It's in their box, and the warehouse in Kent did. So we lost that glass roof and they never replaced it. They put that modern thing there instead of. Now if you're lucky, sometimes at this part of the journey we get to see sometimes the view is so good right now, we turn the boat around, we have another look. But most days we wish we had looked at all. Right, we're going under Cannon Street and great window, looking out. That is one of the oldest pubs on Naval. It's been there for over 400 years. This is Southern Bridge.
Even the words have been
Southern Bridge. Now, I'll tell you a bit more about the tides later on, but at the moment we're getting very close to Mudlark. In June 2000, they had to shut it 3 hours later. Because as people walked across the bridge, it wobbled, so shut down. It cost them about £5 million to renovate, which is an absolute waste of money. In 1711, it was rebuilt after the Great Fire of London. On your left-hand side, the old Bankside Power Station, that big building with the chimneys, is an old power station, which today is the world-famous Tate Modern Museum of Modern Art. It's one of the world's largest modern art museums. You might actually recognise the railway bridge because it was used by Tom Cruise in one of his Mission Impossible films. He ran across the roof of this bridge in a stunt that he did. What you might not know is he broke his ankle doing the stunt and stopped filming for 3 months after that as well. Blackfriars train station. They actually had to incorporate some of the foundations into today's bridge, and that was so they could extend it to build the station above you. The second one's the road bridge. Now, like many places in the United Kingdom, the name of the place comes from its history. So Blackfriars, so friars, priory, black, was the colour of the house that comes forward. At the moment, the water level is dropping, and we're getting pretty close to low water. When we hit low water, not too far from now, in the future, the tide will turn, and then we'll get about 5 to 6 hours of a flood tide, where the tide comes in, we'll see the rise again, and we'll come back to low water. We'll get rugby into the tides, so much how we've dropped 6 hours. Big old rise, but you can imagine the amount of water and asked them to shut because London was at risk of flooding, and occasionally it did flood before the tide barrier was put in place. That's downriver. But there are some sayings that help us remember these lines heads. Okay, so I'm going to give this a go. So if you get actual lines mains, London is going down the drains, and when the lines heads are fully ducked, London is well and truly. And very important job in the Second World War. She was protecting merchant ships coming across from North America to Britain across the North Atlantic. So a vital lifeline for this country during the Second World War. She's permanently moored there today, a floating livery club known as the Honourable Company of Master Mariners. To be a member of the club, the logo is there on your right hand side. they've got a new boat today, it's called the Gloriana. But they keep the St Catherine for certain occasions, and that is for when Harry and Meghan are back in town. Yeah, because it's the spare, of course. Sorry about that. I've got worse jokes. Now, the River Thames used to be a lot wider than you see it today, especially at this point. And that palace on your right was built on the river. They used to row boats into that building. You might just be able to see the structure by almost the entire female workforce. That replay just there, wasn't I? So all you're right, this is the embankment, so this is the replay over here. It was built on top of the original sewage system, system in the late 1800s. There's a very famous luxury hotel at the cheapest route about £1,000. After our victory over Napoleon at the Battle of the River Nile, one of Nelson's great victories. It's one of the oldest cities in London. Just to point out the left-hand side, that's the south bank to your left. Bit of an arts and cultural hub over here, so you've got the National World Festival Hall. It's a nice place to walk. There's always a nice place to go to the south bank on your left. There's always a nice place to go to the south bank on your left there. This is the last bridge we're going to go under. This is Charing Cross. It's flanked by the Jubilee Walkways, the Golden Jubilee Walkways. We always encourage people to go back. There's another bridge. It's the only thing on the river, so we're going under a railway line, of course, but we're going over one right now. The Northern Line and the Bakerloo Underground lines run directly underneath that bridge. Some lovely buildings off to your right-hand side. A lot of passengers ask me about these, so I do mention them. So these sort of Gothic style buildings, that's quite important. The Northern Line and the Bakerloo Underground lines run directly along that way. Some lovely buildings off to your right-hand side. Probably the most famous landmark on the South Bank is that big Ferris wheel, the London Eye. Now, the London Eye was originally called the Millennium. Now, the London Eye was originally called the Millennium Wheel. It was built as part of the Millennium celebrations back in the year 2000. But it was a short-term project, so it's only really supposed to be there for 5 years. But as you can see, it's only supposed to be there for 5 years. Apparently, on a good day, the London Eye can make close to £250,000. They were thinking of renaming it the Wheel of Fortune. It was actually the largest Ferris wheel in the world when they built it, but because of its success, other cities built much bigger ones. It's about a fifth on the list today. But it's a really popular place for young couples to propose to each other for engagement. London Dungeons and the Sea Life Aquarium. Someone actually thought it'd be a good idea to put a sushi bar next to the aquarium, which I find a really strange choice. 70 years. It was opened by Queen Victoria in the 1850s. But in the United Kingdom, it's more commonly referred to as the Houses of Parliament. So this is the seat of power for the United Kingdom. It's more commonly referred to as the Houses of Parliament. So this is the seat of power for the United Kingdom. It's an ancient ceremony, it dates back